Okay, Dr. Pete. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go through all the fills again, and I'm going to do each one of them slow and fast, and I'll tell you the timestamps on each one. I figured probably this would be a little easier like we did in our lesson. Yeah, so you can kind of pause each one of these and work on them. So the first one is at 21 seconds, and this is just our first hit that we've got going on. So we're playing our hi-hats on this part of the groove. And here it is up to speed first. Okay, I'll do that really slow. So we're playing beat, and then it goes 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. Again, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. So that's the tricky part at the end where it goes 4 and 1. Okay, again up to speed. Okay, then after that, there's a lot of fills where he just kind of does single strokes on the snare drum, and the next one is on 139. So we have a crash on beat 1, and it goes 1 and a 2 and a 3 and 4 and 1. So 1 and a 2 and a 3 and 4 and 1. Oops. Sorry, hit my sticks there. So yeah, that's a little fill that's going on in there. And then I believe that's the fill that goes into the chorus. So when we're playing the chorus, that's where he has that sloshy hi-hat off to his right, so we could just kind of open our hi-hats. But at 149, we have this 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Honestly, listening to the track, it was kind of hard to hear exactly maybe what he was playing there. This is a great fill. Like this one, you can play in so many songs, and it just works really, really nicely. So that sticking is you want to go 4 E and, so right, left, right, and then a crash on 1. So 4 E and a 1. So I'll play it kind of up to speed and slow. 1, 2, 3, slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Sorry, wasn't sloshing the hi-hat there, but. Okay, now later into the chorus, I think it's the second chorus, is we're doing the Stevie Wonder Motown beat. And when we do that, we have our first kind of double kick hit. So we got and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and there's a choke on that first hit. My crash cymbals sadly don't choke. Do not. So yeah, so you've got the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and a 3 choke. Boom, boom. Okay, so that's what we got going on that guy right there. And then a little bit later on that, we're playing on the crash cymbal. This is like bridge guitar solo section. This is where the double kick comes in as far as we're doing 3s, so right, left, right. So it's a 1 and 2, triplet 3 and 4 and 1. Choke. Boom, boom. I need to clean that up on as far as like how he's playing it as fast as he is. I missed it. But yeah, if I were working that salami right, getting those 3s really nice and even. If that for whatever reason you're just like, I'm having a hard time doing that, you could always do the double, and that would be awesome too. So, but yes, that's what's going on 249. 259, I call this the Phil Collins fill, where we've got the moving down the toms. I think you and I had talked about doing tom 1 and tom 3, and then moving over to tom 2 and tom 4. So you just got 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and I'm missing my 4th tom there. So, 259. Then we're on to 340. And this is just another snare drum fill, but it starts kind of in the middle of beat 3. So I'll play it slow. 1 and 2, 3 and a 4 E and a. So that's the 3 and a 4 E and a. If you start with your right hand, 3 and a 4 E and a, you'll crash out with your right hand when you come out. Okay, so that's going on at 340. 341, we move into this kind of crazy kick drum beat that's pretty fun, and we're playing it on the crash cymbal. So right hand's just going on the crash, and without the crash, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So basically, every hit where we don't have the snare drum, we're playing a bass drum on everything except for 2 and 4 with the snare drum. So that's 341. 357, we have 1 and 2 and 3. This one's also a little tricky to kind of hear in the song, so I'm kind of giving my best judgment of what it might be. But we're on the crash cymbal, 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. So you go 3, crash on beat 3, 3 E and. So crash left, right, left on that first tom, left, 3 E and a 4 E and that full measure, 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Up to speed. That's a fun one. I really like the sound of that. And then moving on down at 405, this is kind of a cool fill. So we're playing on the ride on this part right here, and it's 1 and 2 and a 3 E and 4 E and a 1. Oops. Really slow. 1 and 2 and a 3 E and 4 E and a 1. Okay. So that was that. And then this is the very, very, very end, the last fill. It kind of follows what's going on, what we did like with, I think, 1 and a 2 E. So 1 and a 2 E and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and a 3 and 4 and 1. I'll do that again. So this is 224 is the last part we're doing there. But yeah, this is at 418 is like the last 2 measures of the whole song here. As we got 1 and a 2 E and a 3 and 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and 4 and 1. You asked about the kick drum if it was being played underneath the tom hits. I said no, but when I listened to it again, he actually is going 1 da da kick da ga da da bra boom boom. So here's that full thing. 1 and a 2 E and oops, 1 and a 2 E and 3 and 4 and 1. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I missed the kick. 1 and a 2 E and a 3 and 4 and 1. I hope that helps. I will send you also a cleaned up version of all these so you can read it. So, appreciate you.